This is the Let's Get Inspired Live vlog. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. Of course, I'm here again, as usual. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, UK time. It's the 28th of September, 2025. I hope that you're all okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll do the best I can today. I'll talk the best I can today. I'll put my best foot forward, obviously, as always. And today it's a lot. I'm doing a chill one, really. I'm going to be talking about my recent experience with looking into the shadow self. I'll tell my story in relation to this. And yes, I'm going to talk about my shadow self, the shadow self, and also I'm just going to go with the flow. Wherever the comments go, I'll go with the flow basically today. Hi Callum. Hi Callum. How are you? How's life? It's good to have you with us again. Hope you're okay. Hope your week's gone well. How's life at the moment, Callum? Good. How about you? Yeah, I'm good, Callum. I've been working this week, mate. I've done 6 days this week. Done about 55, 56 hours, man. So I'm a bit, if I'm honest, I'm a bit worn down, but I'm good. This is the only day off I've got this week. But yeah, life's good, man. I watched that film last night with Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn in it. It was good. It was different. I went to the cinema to watch that last night. He's saying ish, LOL, blimey, yeah. Sometimes you've got to put the graft in though, mate. So you've got to earn money, haven't you, obviously. Sander's saying good morning. Hi, Sander. Good morning to you too. Good morning. I'm just going to have a little sip of water one moment, guys. Warm up a little bit. Right. So, obviously, I'm going to respond to the comments. I'm going to type this in. What is shadow work? I'm going to talk a little bit about shadow work, where it originates from, what it is. Whether you believe in it or not is another question, I suppose. I'm going to talk about what I've been working on myself this week. I'm not an expert on shadow work, by the way, but I do think there's some truth in it, and I do think you can learn from these things. But obviously, I'll go with the comments as well, guys. So Sander's saying, hi Callum, how are you? So Callum saying good, how about you, Sander? Mohammed says, I seen you, Sander B. Hi, Mohammed, how are you? Sander saying she's tired as well. Yeah, I feel you, Sander. I feel that too. Shadow work, question mark. Yeah, okay. So I'm referring to my notes a little bit, but I'll add some content to this as well. So have you ever noticed how certain people just get under your skin? Some people piss you off. Of course they do. And sometimes it's justified. But for me personally, really bossy people piss me off. Really bossy people annoy me. I don't like them. I don't like really bossy people when they're micromanaging people. It fucking infuriates me. And of course, it's a lot of people might agree with that. Or like a Hitler type, really bossy type, you're going to get annoyed at them. However, with shadow work, you're thinking, you're looking at yourself as well. Even if that's justified, that person's justifiably annoying, let's say. Even if there's loads of evidence to suggest that the behavior backs up what you're saying, other people back up what you're saying. Sometimes with regards to shadow work, it's like, you're looking at yourself, you're asking yourself questions. Why am I so annoyed by this? What's the deep reasons why I get more annoyed than I should do about this? Can I work on that? Can I learn from this situation? This is the basics of shadow work. So instead of just blaming the person, you can realize they're actually holding up a mirror to your shadow. So what is shadow work? Which you just asked. it comes from Carl Jung, the psychologist, famous psychologist, basically. It originates from him. And it's facing the hidden parts of yourself that you usually avoid. We don't usually look deeply into why we react to things in the way we do. We just think that person's a knobhead. And maybe they are a knobhead. But that's it. You don't think anything else of it. And sometimes you'll be absolutely correct, because that person could be, let's say, a knobhead or whatever it is. They're annoying as hell. It's just the way they are. But sometimes you can learn from those things, as I've just said. Why am I getting so annoyed? Why is it bothering me so much? And the mastery is, the real strength is, the real power is like, you've got that annoying person over there who's justifiably annoying, but the end result, if you're going to come through this shadow work, is I'm not so annoyed by it anymore. I'm not so affected by it anymore. I'm neutral to it. I'm above it. It's like whatever. It's like that kind of thing. So what is the shadow? It's your suppressed fears, which I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. I'm going to give a story, what I've been thinking this week. Your angers, your shame, but also your hidden strengths can come from these things. So why does it actually matter? I'll go to the notes in a minute. I'll go to the comments in a moment, guys. Why does it matter? Why does it fucking matter? So unhealed shadow runs your life in secret. It can influence your behavior and how you feel through the day. So someone's annoyed you and you're thinking about it all day and it's pissed you off all day. You're not letting it go. You go home, you can't sleep because you're thinking about that thing. That could be more. It could be, it's not good for you, is it? You feel shitty. You feel pissed off. You feel like a victim to that situation, potentially. It's going to cause triggers and self-sabotage. So, anyway, I'm going to go to these comments and I'm going to tell a little story and then I'm going to go with it. Okay. So, Sarah's saying, Callum, it's your unconscious trait shadow work. You can work on your shadow self, of course. And if you do, it can actually make you very strong, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. Callum's saying, to be fair and honest, I can be a knobhead sometimes, LOL. Callum, that's very honest of you. And guess what? So can I. So can we all. We can all be knobheads. We're human. Absolutely. Most people won't say that about themselves, but it's true. We can all be knobheads sometimes. So I'm saying, Callum, we can all be LOL, but it's going around hurting people when it's problematic. That's a problem. True, Sandy. Absolutely. Right. One moment. So I'm going to tell a little story in a moment. So I'll do this the best I can. Matsu Taka is speaking in, I don't know that language. Sorry, Matsu, I don't understand that language. Sorry, dude. Mohammed saying, Sandy, remember you kissed that guy. That's silly, that, Mohammed. Don't be silly. That's silly. So shadow work teaches us that what we dislike in others often reflects something suppressed. So when I feel irritated by someone's bossiness, I ask, what is that really showing about me? So, oh God, how do I start this story? I'm doing my best, guys, today. Good response, Sander. Troll number one, exactly, Callum. Exactly, that's what that is. Yeah, silly shit. Silly shit. That's what you're going to get. Sorry, guys, I'm just warming up here. Oh, doing my best. Sorry, my best is different your best is different every day as well, of course. And I'm only human. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself now, of course. Yeah, so I've been thinking about shadow work. I had a dream, basically. I had a dream that, I'm telling you about my dream. Here we go. I had a dream that this guy in the dream, and he was trying to get me, trying to attack me, and I was punching him and punching this guy, and he was really big and strong, and I was throwing everything at him, punching him in my dream, and I couldn't beat him up. He was like, nothing, he wasn't even hurt or anything, and he kept coming after me or whatever, and I thought, shit, he's so powerful. This person's so powerful. I can't do anything. Can't do fuck all. So anyway, long story short, And then obviously I thought, I can't beat that guy. I can't beat him. And then in the dream, I was collecting loads of gold pieces or whatever. So I know it's a strange dream. It might be a shit story, this, but here we go. I was picking up loads of gold pieces in the dream, and then I got stronger. Long story short. And then again, I started to attack the person. This person was going after me again, and I was throwing more at him this time. And again, it was still just like nothing was happening to this person. And then I woke up and I thought, wow, that was a bit weird, obviously. And I thought, that's my shadow self. That's how I interpreted this dream. That's my shadow self. And I don't think you can beat your shadow self. You can't beat them, but you can integrate them. So that leads me on then to the story that I've been working on. I've been looking at Carl Jung and I've been looking at Alan Watts with regards to shadow work. And I'm sorry to get the words out sometimes with regards to what I've been working on this week. 1 second, let me just go to, well done, Sander, he's gone. You're doing good, 100%. John saying, obviously lying, this guy radiates distrust and lying. What do you mean? Hello, John, how are you? My name's Brad, by the way, John. What do you mean, John? All right, okay, he's gone. He's gone. Sorry, my flow's not the best today, guys. So anyway, my point is, I get really annoyed by fucking bossy people. I get annoyed by bossy people, and they annoy me more than most people, I think. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I getting fucking annoyed at these bossy people? Why? And I was thinking, shadow work. Okay, let's go deeper. I've gone deep in myself here. This is how I have conceptualized it, let's say. And I've gone, right, okay. Why am I getting mad at this? I was asking myself. And then it's basically, I think it's linked to when I was younger, and I was growing up in a household where obviously you got mum, dad, whatever, dad's the boss, and I had a lot of suppressed emotions. So basically, be a good boy, don't be complaining, don't make too much noise, do what you're bloody told, don't be making too much, shut up, basically. As a kid, shut up, get on with it, kind of thing. That kind of dynamic, that has led to suppressed assertiveness in me, basically. And then when I see someone else being assertive, a bossy person, even if they're being a bit too much, so it really fucking annoys me, because the deep part in me is like saying, my shadow self is annoyed at that. It's annoyed at that because I was annoyed at that as a child, and it's still within me as an adult. It's still in me as an adult. And then sometimes what happens is I'm very laid back, and then someone starts being bossy, and then I feel insecure after that. This is shadow work, by the way. I feel a little bit insecure, thinking I should have been the one that was being a bit bossy. I was the one that should have been a bit bossy. I don't know if it's a good story or not, but anyway, Sander's saying, just no, Brad, don't give fake accounts energy. Absolutely not. Thanks, Sander. Yeah, so, God, I'm not doing a great job today. Anyway, so it comes from like validation and things like that, this shadow work. And it's like, oh, I should have been bossy now. I should have been bossy in that situation. I should have been more assertive in that situation. And I don't want to become the bossy person, but more healthy assertion. And I think that's something I need to work on. It's something that I need to work on sometimes. And sometimes I just feel I don't want to upset people. I don't want to be overbearing. I like to live and let live. You know what I mean? I like people to have their own autonomy, because that's what I want. I want my own autonomy. So I let other people let them do them. I don't want to be that overbearing, Hitler, bossy type of person. That's probably one of the reasons I don't like those things. But sometimes I think maybe it's something, shadow self is, I'm asking myself deep questions, basically. I'm asking myself deep questions. Why am I annoyed by this? Where is it coming from, this annoyance? This is where the magic is. And you're asking yourself deep questions. Most people don't do this shit. They don't bother. They just think that person's annoying, fuck off, that's it. And maybe they're right in a lot of ways. But that's where you can find out what your triggers are, what your insecurities are. And why is this important? Why is it fucking important? Because you're gonna feel better if you master your own insecurities, things that piss you off. They'll know if you work on those things. So if you start being more assertive, let's say, but healthy assertive, instead of just being more passive, you're going to feel less angered by these people. You're going to be less reactive to these things. Therefore, you're going to feel better overall. That's my point. I'm not an expert on shadow work, by the way. It's just something I've looked into recently. I think I've done it unconsciously when I was younger, but I've not looked at it for a long time. And these are just my thoughts for today, really. What I've been working on this week. I'm trying to elaborate the best I can here as well. It's difficult to put your thoughts into words sometimes. It's difficult to put your thoughts into words sometimes, yes. So, yeah, and I think it stems from childhood, from being told to shut the fuck up when you're a kid and you're not allowed to speak. And then you have like validations, insecurities with regards to validation, and then you're just used to being the quiet person. You feel guilty when you're assertive. You don't want to, you know what I mean? You pick up, the things that you learn as a kid are going to affect you when you're older. Even if my parents aren't horrendous or anything like that. They're not perfect, because no one is. And they made little mistakes here and there, because that's human. I'm not blaming my mum and dad, by the way, but I think that the dynamic of me growing up has given me certain insecurities. This is shadow work. This is looking deep into things. And then if you master these things, then you're going to become more well-rounded and strong, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's go back to the comments. So Callum saying, sounds just like me. I never stand up for myself. Yeah, I've been there, Callum. I don't usually. I let people get away with things sometimes. I give 3 strikes and I'm ready to go then. I'm ready to go, Callum. I think you need to sometimes, though. You need to sometimes in life. I give three counts, Callum. I don't know if this is help you or not. First time, you're going to imagine someone's rude to me. And I don't know who they are. They catch me off guard. They're rude to me. I think, fuck, you've got me. I didn't see it coming. And I don't say anything. I go quiet. I think, oh, you've just been rude to me. Then I leave it. I think they might be having a bad day. They might be upset. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. But I've noted it. Then the second time, same person's rude to me again, maybe in a similar way. I think, there's a fucking pattern there. This fucker, this is not that person having a bad day. This person's intentionally being a twat with me. This person's being a knobhead with me. This person's being disrespectful to me. So you got 2 counts then. And then I think to myself, okay, right, now I'm fucking ready. I know the pattern and I'm ready. And then I think to myself, a response. So they've got me 2 times. Third time never happens with me because I've got it in my fucking head, Callum. And I think to myself, right, I've got it. I've got a response. If they say that to me again, I've got my response ready and I'm waiting for it and I'm expecting it. And honest to God, every single time, near enough every single time, they don't come back the third time because my energy's changed, because I'm ready to go. And I think they pick up on that energy when you're ready to come back. Yeah, I don't know if that helps. And you don't want to become, obviously with this assertiveness thing, is not become a bossy tyrant yourself. And sometimes sometimes you need to be assertive though. And sometimes you just got to, sorry, I'm not getting the words out. Anyway, Sander says, Brad, because your assertiveness and a chance to truly express yourself as you are has been suppressed. Thank you, Sander, you're helping me here. Yeah, it's been suppressed probably when I was younger. And therefore, I've carried on those characteristics growing up. Maybe my dad took up a lot of space. Yeah. Unconsciously. Yeah, some people take up a lot of space and they don't let you to come in, and then you feel like you've not got a voice growing up. Happens to a lot of young people as well. Children growing up. Sandy's saying, Callum, you can work on this and practice doing it. Can't say I won't explain my dad on here because I don't want to be kicked out by Sander. But let's just say being a child was difficult. No, we don't, Callum, we don't kick people out just for sharing their experiences, by the way. That's not disrespectful to anybody, is it, Callum? Don't feel like that at all. Don't need to feel like that. If I'm interpreting what you're saying correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, of course. So I'm saying, Callum, I don't kick people out sharing their life experience. I kick, yeah, we are obviously on here. It's all about respect and sharing things. It's like a community consciousness, which is being. It's not just me speaking; it's you guys that are commenting. That kind of. Sorry, that's where the conversational flow goes. That's where these thoughts are coming out. That's where the learning and growth comes out. I don't have all the answers myself either. Of course, I don't. I have some answers, but I don't have all the answers. Some of you guys have some great things to say. So, Damaged Healer, hi, Damaged Healer. Good for you to join us, by the way. Saying shadow work, facing your fears, insecurities, and darkest parts of yourself and integrating them into yourself. You just nailed it, Damaged Healer. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. Thank you for sharing that. My name's Brad, by the way, just to let you know. It's the Inspirational Ambivert channel. This is my live vlog that I do. I talk about these things as well, Damaged Healer, different topics, of course. I'll talk about shadow work. Thank you for saying, I'm going to read that again, Damaged Healer. So shadow work is facing your fears. And sometimes these fears are fucking deep. They're really deep, and we're not even conscious of them. And I'm guilty of this. Like, I used to think bossy people were they just fucking infuriate me. I used to really, it was me fighting again. That's my shadow self coming out. Like, fuck off, you bossy cunt. I think to myself in my head, I fucking do my head in. Fuck you. And it really makes me annoyed. That's my shadow self fighting. Like, I don't like this. I want to come out. And then it turns inward because I've not been assertive enough. I'm thinking, oh, that person's taken over. That bossy person's taken over it. It should be me doing this. It should be me doing this. That's your shadow self saying, Brad, you need to be more assertive. This person's taking over and they shouldn't be. You shouldn't allow this. That kind of thing. I hope I'm explaining this well. Of course, I'm not a shadow self expert. I'm not. Sorry, carry on. But thank you, Damaged Healer. Sander's then saying, I believe this is made to be a safe space, Callum. Sharing and healing, yeah, it is, Sander. It really, really is. Thanks for elaborating a lot better than I have just done. It is. It absolutely is. And obviously, there's no pressure either, of course. If you want to share something, do it. If you don't, don't. There's no pressure. Sander saying, Damaged Healer, amazing description. Absolutely spot on. I agree, Sander. Callum sending respect always. Thank you, Callum, towards Sander. Sander sends it back, which is lovely. Back to Callum. Of course, though, with regards to what I'm on about, like, it's not just, this is not every single time, in my opinion. Like, some people are fucking arseholes, man. They fucking are. And it's not always, oh, that person's an arsehole, and I've noticed that they're an arsehole. That means that I need to do my shadow work on myself all the time. I don't think it's one. It depends on the situation, in my opinion. But if it's something that keeps repeating in yourself, you're seeing things in others a lot that annoy you, and it keeps reoccurring, I think that's more, that could then direct you into more shadow type of work if you get to do this kind of shadow work. But however, if it's just some random fucking knobhead being a dick, and then it's like, I think sometimes it's just a turd's a turd, isn't it? Sometimes. Sorry, I'm speaking in a very vulgar manner there, but anyway, I'll carry on with the comments. Damaged Healer is saying, regarding rudeness to other, I always set the tone before we meet. If you take the piss, I will let you know and see if you're worth keeping around relative to stress. I agree, Damaged Healer. Regarding rudeness, yeah, sometimes I let it go as well, Damaged Healer, first time. But I do address it as well. That's your shadow self as well. It's like, okay, I'm going to be kind. But if you fuck around, you're going to find out. That's self-respect. You can't let people walk all over you. It's not, you can't in this world. It's all good and well saying these people are damaged and they need love, which is true. However, you've got to protect yourself as well. Yeah, and obviously damaged healer. A lot of people are just toxic and they're no good to be around. If you can, you stay away from them, of course. But if it's your family, it's going to be a lot more challenging, let's say. Anyway, Damaged Healer then says, thank you, Sander. Good morning, everyone, by the way. Good morning, Damaged Healer. Good morning back to you, of course. Callum saying, if I explained about Dad, I'll be saying seriously bad words, so better not. Okay, that's fine, Callum. Do you know what? I can actually really, I can resonate with what you're saying there, you know, because me speaking on here, I feel the same. I feel bad doing it. I feel bad, especially if it's my parents who show me a lot of love as well. They're not all bad. They're really not. They're really, really not, Callum. I'm talking about my parents, of course, here. And I feel bad talking bad about them. I really do. I just do, because they've done a lot of good things as well. But I think sometimes it's good to recognise things that haven't been perfect. This is where, but some things that I suppose, no matter who becomes a parent, even if they're really good parents, they're going to make mistakes. Everyone, because you're human. Especially if you have children when you're younger. Sometimes it's children having children, and we make mistakes. Yeah. Anyway, Dwight Wolf saying, which serum do you use, mate? Hi, Dwight Wolf. I'm 42 years old. I think I do. I've got a good skin, mate. I do drink a lot of water, Dwight Wolf. Serum. I do use face creams and things like that, Dwight Wolf. What's it called? It's called Manscaped. I use Manscaped creams and stuff, face wash, and I use moisturizer. Yeah, I do, Dwight Wolf. Yeah, I look after what I've got. I've got a bald head, of course. I use face creams, mate. Absolutely. I try to look the best I can, the healthiest I can. I hope that's answered that well enough for you, Dwight Wolf. Good of you to join us, by the way. I hope you're okay. Just a big shout out to everyone, by the way. Thanks for anyone that's subscribed. It means a big deal. I'm only a small channel. It's growing slowly, organically, naturally. I'm all about self-improvement, respect, learning. I'm learning through this journey myself. Like, literally, I'm in real time. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on myself as we speak. I think I will be for the rest of my life, because I'm not perfect myself. I'm not a medical professional. I am not a psychologist or anything like that, but I do have life experiences. I have suffered, I have been through dark times, and I do believe that I can help people, but I do not know everything. But just back to my channel, thank you to anyone that's subscribed. I really appreciate you all. So that's all I want to say. And thanks for anyone that's watching. Thank you for anyone that comments. Just sending out some appreciation there. Let me put my notes down. Anyway, Sanders then saying, Damaged Healer, that's great. We should be cautious with who we let in. Absolutely, Sander. You've got to protect yourself. I think as you get older and wiser and you experience things, you can spot, if you've been through challenging times, you spot people quicker, basically. Sander's saying, let it all out if you feel like it, Callum. Absolutely. Damaged Healer saying, I've dropped by for a few streams. Oh, sorry, Damaged Healer. I didn't realise. Oh, I'm glad that you... Thanks for coming back then. Appreciate it. Thanks. Sander's saying, we're happy to have you here, Damaged Healer. There's been a few deleted comments. Thank you for deleting any negative comments, any trolls. You're going to get it on this type of format. They're part of life. And going back to trolls, really, who chat shit, they'll call me all sorts of names. It's good. I've got broad shoulders, of course. They're part of life. Trolls are part of life. Negative people are part of life. You've got to be able to deal with them. Callum saying hi to Damaged Healer. Damage Healer saying, thank you for the welcome, Sander. Hello to Callum. That's lovely. Callum telling someone to shut it. I don't know what those comments were, but it's probably just bullshit. But thank you for moderating really well, Sander. You've done a great job, as always. Damage Healer says, sometimes you need to show people who you can be. Yeah. And you can dim your light sometimes you get insecure people and they don't want you to shine. It makes them feel bad. They're blinded by your light, aren't they? And they don't like it. So you dim your light just to fit in sometimes. I've done it so many times. You dim your light. I've done it so many times, man. But sometimes you've got to show people who you are. Show people. And that integrating that shadow self is going to be part of that. It's having that. It's like having, I'm paraphrasing Jordan Peterson here. It's like having a sword. You've got a sword ready. You've got a sword ready, not a literal sword, but let's say your tongue. Your tongue. You're good to go. If anyone fucks around, they're going to find out. But you hold it back a lot of the time. But you're strong enough, you have the fortitude to hold it back. But if anyone fucks around, you'll show them how strong you are, show them your light. It's what I'm trying to gauge from that. Sandy's saying the trolls never sleep. No, they don't. There's real life trolls, isn't there, in real life? And there'll always be people like that. There'll always be people like that. The yin and the yang. We can learn from them, though. They create suffering, they create shit, but they can make you stronger if you deal with it correctly. Anyway, so Damage Healer. I'm going with the comments, guys. This is more of a chilled one as well. I'm trying to do more of a chilled one today. I'm going with the consciousness of the community, let's say, the consciousness of the comments. So it's free flowing, this kind of conversation, which is a good thing. So it's easy to judge when someone without knowing who they are. Yeah. If they are innocently causing issues, I will change the way I deal with them. Absolutely, Damaged Healer. Some people are unconscious of what they're doing. They've had a shit life, let's say. It's very understanding of you, by the way, Damaged Healer. Yeah, some people don't know what they're doing. Unconsciously acting out, being negative. But then you can, if you're very compassionate, you can understand the circumstances. If you get to know them, you can walk in their shoes for a while. Then you could deal with them in a more lighter way, let's say, potentially. That's a very wise, evolved way of dealing with of certain people, of course. Basically giving people the benefit of the doubt. Calm saying, I basically think 2025, always be ready to fight. Always be ready to fight. Yeah, stand up for yourself. Absolutely. Sandy's saying, what do you mean by innocently causing issues, Damaged Healer? Good question, Sander. If you can, yeah, okay. See what I think I've interpreted what Damaged Healer's meant by that. However, I could misinterpret things. And by the way, guys, I can sometimes misinterpret all I can see is sentences on here. So it's just a written word, isn't it? So if I do misinterpret anything anyone says, please correct. Don't feel bad about correcting me, because I do misinterpret some things sometimes as well. Sander's also asking Callum, what do you mean by that? Callum's saying, because most people are horrible, Sander. Some people are, Callum, yeah, they are. I think there's a lot of good people out there as well, but I think the bad ones stand out more. There is some horrible people out there, Callum. Yeah, there is, mate. There is. I don't think most. Maybe I'm being naive. I think there's a lot of unconscious people that aren't aware of themselves, that act out in bad ways, but it doesn't excuse what they do. There's a lot of good though too. There is. So I was saying, Callum, yeah, there's a lot of bad people out there that challenge us, but there's a lot of people too. I've just said that, haven't I? Damage Tealer saying, just subscribe, mate. Thank you, Damage Tealer. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. That means a lot, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Callum says, true. Sanders then saying, Callum, but it definitely feels like you have to set boundaries a lot. So there's so many. It's like they keep coming back, isn't it? It's like, fucking hell, setting boundaries is these wankers. I'm sticking up for myself. And it feels like you're just fighting it all the time sometimes. There can be a lot, yes. Callum saying, Brad, I see you as an older brother. Oh, thanks, Callum. Thank you. I'll help you the best I can, mate. That means a lot. Thanks, Callum. It's very kind of you to say. I'm saying that's very really nice, Callum. I agree. Damage Tealer says, so if they are rude to people, they could just be used to being a... Sorry, let me just try and understand what Damage Tealer is trying to say. So, if they are rude to people, they could just be used to being blunt and interact with humanity in a different way. That's just... Sometimes that can come potentially from culture, can't it? And upbringing. Like, different cultures are... Like, English are known for being polite, aren't they? Stereotypically. Some other cultures, there's no please, no cues, and no nothing. They're blunt, like you've just said, Damage Tealer. Some cultures are different as well. Just the way that culture is. They don't think of saying please and thank you or anything like that. They're just blunt. They come out with it, say straight to the point. And some people also on that's like a culture thing, but on an individual level, some people are that's just how they communicate. That's who they are. That's their way of doing things. Yeah, it's understanding different personalities, isn't it? So Damage Tealer saying, a lot of people have had to turn into cold into individuals to survive. Yeah. Yeah. Do we all need a little bit of that dark side, Damage Tealer? Do we all need to protect yourself? Sometimes you've got to turn into that. Sorry, going on a bit. Yesterday I work in the theatres, by the way. I work in, I think you've already heard this one. Anyway, so I work in the theatres, I work in teams, and I was around a bossy person yesterday. And basically, I had a game plan, and I walked into the theatre. I was a room manager, I was in charge. But I was around a very bossy, controlling person. I was around them. Do you know what I did though? And maybe I turned into a bit of a dark, my dark side came out a little bit. I just went straight into the room, first thing in the morning, and I was going bum, 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 bum. I was being bossy, and I'm not usually a bossy person, but I was thinking, no, you're not controlling me, because I know what they're going to do. So I went on the attack. I don't know if this is related to anything, but anyway, I was thinking, I'm going to integrate my shadow self here. I'm going to be very assertive here. I'm not allowing this person to micromanage me, so I'm just going to get them doing things. Am I negative in that situation? Maybe. But anyway, sorry. Go back to what you're saying. But was I being a bit cold? Going back to what Damage Teal is saying. Maybe a little bit. I was being a little bit cold. I was a little bit to survive that situation. Very small situation, this, but a small example. Anyway, Sanders then saying, Damage Tealer, perhaps, but that's a weak excuse for them. I believe that you believe that they need to be mirrored. You need to reflect back on them, their behaviour, to turn it inward back on them. Callum saying, well said, Damage Tealer. Damage Tealer says, Sanders, some people have never experienced love or a touch of affection. No, they haven't, Damage Tealer. Some people haven't. That's sad, isn't it? Sad. Cold. Hi, Cold. Colds, is it? Hi, Colds. KY. What's KY? I don't know what KY is. How are you, Colds? I hope that you're okay. Sanna's saying, Damage Tealer, yes, and that's really sad, but I will never tolerate someone being continually mean, rude to me. There's no excuse after a certain age. No, I think, yeah, give people the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, if it's continually being mean and rude, you've got to stick up for yourself. I agree with what you're saying. Callum's saying, good for you, slap him. Thanks, Callum. Damage Healer saying, yes, but that's what shadow work is. I believe it goes both ways. Dark integrate light and vice versa. Sander is saying, Dark Healer is saying, after the first time, let them know, and if they do not change, that's on them. That's on them, exactly. And Sander's then saying, Damage Healer, oh, I will let them know a few times. And then it's just like, imagine you've got assholes around you and you're being reactive to it and it's upsetting you. You're then, in a way, you're a victim to that situation. It's becoming less bothered about it. It's rising above it. It's coming away from that three-dimensional, low vibrational bullshit and elevating to more of a higher consciousness, let's say, above it, not affected by it. That's what I'm trying to do as well. I'm trying to come away from all this heavy, low vibrational bullshit. This, you know what I mean? Negative, fucking toxic, low vibrational shit. I'm trying to come away from that personally, and I'm a bit away from it, but I'm not completely away from it because sometimes I get upset, and I want to elevate my consciousness to a higher level, to become lighter, to become neutral to these things, to be less bothered, let's say, or ideally unbothered by these things. Just see it for what it is. It's just a broken child, basically, an emotionally broken child acting out. Even if this person's 60 years old, they're acting like they're an 8-year-old. And I'm trying to see that in others, but become less bothered by it. Putting boundaries in place, but then just thinking, I'll let them do them. I'm a higher consciousness here. I want to be elevated. That's what I'm trying to do. That's my intention. That's what I'm working on. This is easier said than done, of course. Damage Taylor saying, Sander, let them know once, and then that's all it should be. Be to protect your own light. Yes, absolutely. Messages have been retracted. King Redbeard, he's been on here before. Anyway, the message has been retracted. That's fine. Sander's saying, Damage Taylor, sometimes once isn't enough. Some people disregard your boundaries and come back for more. Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do. And if you've got to be around them, you've got to keep repeating the process. It depends on the situation, doesn't it? Absolutely. It depends on the situation. Absolutely. And I think there's not always one size fits all and not one way of dealing with things. Everyone's got their own way of dealing with things, of course. Anyway, let me just move on a little bit. I'm just having a sip of tea. One moment, guys. Sorry. I might as well drink this. Just having a little rest, guys. Sorry. Okay. Now see the same, and they are the people to not give any more chances to. If they don't listen to you, send them to me. Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're just going to send you down to Damage Healer. He's going to sort you. They're going to sort you out. Callum saying, ooh, tea, no coffee. I like tea and coffee, Callum. Damage Healer saying, but seriously, I hope that they don't bother you. Sanders, obviously, I think Sanders thinking about work there. Ha ha ha. Damage Healer, I usually send them to the manager's office. And Callum saying, Damage Healer, the bouncer, LOL. And then Sanders saying, thank you to Damage Healer. That's lovely. One moment, let me just drink this. Sorry about the drinking, the slurping noises there. As long as someone deals with it, Absolutely. So I'm going to go back to my notes again just for a while. So with regards to the work I've been working on myself, right, so why am I so bothered by bossy people? This could be it. So it's authority wounds, okay? What's authority wounds? So if you felt dismissed or overpowered in the past, as a child, like I said, bossiness can hit a raw nerve because you've been damaged by it in the past. The shadow may carry unresolved resentment towards authority figures. So you can resent authority figures because you've had it so much when you were younger. Then, as I've said, again, I'm going to carry on. Suppressed assertiveness, which is definitely linked to me. This one, the other one, I'm not so, authority figures, I'm not too bothered about personally. If someone's my boss and they go, Brad, you need to go over there and do that job, I don't feel bad about that at all, personally. I'm okay with that. I think they're my boss. They're asking me to do a task, which is reasonable. To me, that's not a problem. Suppressed assertiveness is something that I have struggled with in the past. I'm better than I was, but I'm probably not completely there. This is what I'm working on currently. Like I say, I'm not perfect. So sometimes the traits we dislike in others are the ones we push down in ourselves. Like a very assertive person, a bossy person, annoys me personally. So if you've learned to be accommodating to avoid conflict, me, fucking done that one so many times, someone who's overtly commanding might represent the part of you that wants to assert itself more boldly. So it annoys you deeply. For many of us, being assertive was discouraged growing up. Me was discouraged. Shut up, do what you're fucking told. Basically, you know, the family hierarchy. You're a kid, they're the mum and dad. I get it to an extent, but if it's done too much, it can have a negative effect on you growing up. Anyway, we were told, I'm referring to my notes, of course, to be open and honest. Oh, get the words out, Brad. So we were taught to be nice, brought up to be nice, be a good boy, be a good girl. Don't argue. Don't make a fucking scene. But don't talk back. Don't talk back. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't talk back. Do what you're fucking told. Don't be making a fucking fuss and shut the fuck up, basically. And if you're a kid, you're like, oh, okay, I'll be a good boy. But then you've got these things that you want to say, the things that you want to do, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get these words out as best I can. So we've learned to push that part of us, or part of us, down, deep down. But when we bury our assertiveness, it doesn't disappear. It lives in the shadow. That's where the shadow is. For me personally, this is definitely true. This has a lot of truth for me personally. And when someone else displays it loudly, when someone else is doing it, even in an unhealthy, bossy way, it can trigger us. That's what my point was before. Anyway, let's go back to the comments. So, Callan says, damaged healer the bouncer, LOL. Then Sandra says, thanks, damaged healer. Damaged healer then says, as long as someone deals with it. Oh, yeah, I've already said that, sorry. And then Sandra's saying, we need damaged healer in here. Damaged healer saying, thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for your contributions. Thank you for anyone that's watched. Thank you for all your contributions. It's really good. Very thought-provoking. Adds to everything. It's really good. And Callan said, absolutely well said. Sandra then says, yikes, Brad, that's me. Sometimes I get resentful to overly vocal, assertive people. But sometimes, on another note, sometimes these fuckers are annoying, though. So that it's boss. If someone asks me for something and they genuinely need my help, I can kind of tell. I can tell. This person genuinely needs my help. They're being assertive, but they're coming from a good place, in my opinion, in that situation. Like, imagine they're carrying a big wardrobe or whatever it is, and they can't carry it themselves. Oh, Brad, can you help me? They're being assertive in a healthy way, in my opinion, because they genuinely need my help, so I'll help them. And in that situation, I feel absolutely fine. I don't get triggered by that at all. If someone genuinely needs my help, I can feel it. But if it's ego-driven, and it's like, just pass me that pen, even though they could get it themselves. Do this, do that. That fucking pisses me off big time. It annoys me. It annoys the fuck out of me. Sorry, it does. But sorry, what's my point? You can tell the difference. Anyway, Sandra's saying, yeah, it's bad. That's me. Sometimes I get resentful towards overly vocal, assertive people because I struggle with that myself. Yeah. And it's how do I incorporate that shadow self in a more healthy way? Anyway, let's keep going. Sandra's saying, sometimes it feels like there's so much noise. Yes, we're in a world that can't stop fucking talking. It's good to be quiet in a world that can't stop talking. And it feels like I get drowned in it. Yeah, I understand that. Everyone's just yapping, and then it gets louder and louder and louder, and you're just in the middle of all that, feeling unheard. And sometimes the strongest, most intelligent people are the ones that are quiet, and not always, and sometimes the fucking most stupid, the stupidest people in the world, the fucking idiots, are the ones that talk the most. They've got loads to say. They're an expert. People, the know-it-alls of the world are often the fucking dumbest. But they know everything. So if you know everything, you're never going to learn. I know it, like me. I'm saying, let's give myself an example. I'm not this, by the way. I know everything. What you want about? I know everything. So shut the fuck up. I know everything. So therefore, nothing can. I block anything that comes in. I block anyone's opinions. Basically, closed-minded. Anyway, let's go back to the comments. Sandra's saying, I believe that too. Stems from the fact I like to think before I speak. Yes. And analyze my moves and reactions. Very, very wise, that. Very, very wise, Sandra. I like to do that too, as much as I can. I suppose we're all guilty of knee-jerk reactions sometimes, though. But often if you have a knee-jerk reaction, it's probably the wrong thing to say. So it's good to analyse before you do speak. Sandra's saying, so I'm late for the party, laughing my ass off. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that, Sandra. Colin saying, Sandra, I never think before I speak. No, I like to. I don't always get it right. Sandra's saying, again, sorry. Damaged healer is then saying, again, it's sometimes because you help people could turn into the helping guy and just do anything, like the people pleaser, the guy that we go to because he's like the rescuer kind of thing, the person who always helps people, so people will keep going to you to solve their problems, is what I'm gauging from that comment. Damaged healer. Colin was saying it's the quiet ones you have to watch. I've got a story there, with a quiet person. I used to sesh when I was younger, but I'm not going to talk about that now. I used to take drugs and drink and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was younger. Anyway, in my 20s, I'm in my 40s now, don't do that anymore. But anyway, we were in a house and we were drinking and we were seshing, and there's one guy that was really quiet. He's a really nice lad, by the way. Quiet, though. Very softly spoken. And then there was this other group of people that were in the house, and they thought he was an easy pickings. So they started one of them tried to bully the quiet guy, and the quiet guy just fucking knocked him out. He just battered him, absolutely battered him. And he was justified because he was being a bully. This other person was trying to bully him. And just goes back to the quiet ones you have to watch. This guy was quiet, but he could fight. He was a really nice guy, but if you fucked around with him, he'd just knock you out. And sometimes it's the quiet ones you have to watch, Callum. That's my little story related to that. Anyway, Sandy's saying, Callum, the quiet ones are often the strongest in observing the situation. Yes, because I'm talking now, I'm not always a talkative person, by the way, believe it or not, even though I have to be on here. I'm not always, in a group dynamic, I'll be the quieter one. I usually observe. However, if you're talking like I am now, it's hard. You've put a lot of energy into your thoughts and into your words. Therefore, you don't. If you're quiet, you're just observing. You're watching. You're putting your energy in towards observing and watching, which is what Sandra's just saying. You're seeing the situation play out. You're looking at the micro gestures. You're getting, I suppose, that sensitivity is linked to higher intelligence potentially. You're looking at subtle cues, etc., etc. You're noticing things that other people aren't going to notice if you're observing. Damage Taylor saying, assessing the room and figuring out actually knows their shit and who's talking shit is a good move. Yeah. Do that. Yeah, in real time, can't you? Assessing the room and figuring out who actually knows what they're on about, and assessing who are the real ones and who are the fake ones, basically. Damage Taylor, what you're trying to say. Sandra agrees with Damage Taylor, absolutely. Damage Taylor saying sesh live stream. I'll say that for another day. Yeah, I've talked about them things in the past. I will do again, but not today. Damage Taylor saying, I'm off. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us today, Damage Taylor. Thank you for adding some context into the conversation. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Calm says, take care, Damage Taylor. Right. Okay, I'm going to change that now. I'm just going to have a little break. One moment. I'm coming away from that shadow work type of thing for now. What's been on your mind this week? I'll ask. Sorry about that. I'm just typing something in. What's been on your mind this week? Okay. I'm just going to have a little rest, guys. Sorry. Sorry, I'm going quiet for a while. Just I won't be doing this every week. I did 6 days this week. What's been on my mind this week? I'm going to talk a little bit, of course. I've got to in this format. I've done 6 days this week. Like, it's my own bloody fault. It's my own choice. I'm glad that I got to do it. It's extra money, of course. I worked about 56 hours. Therefore, I've earned more money, of course, which is a good thing because I'm going away. I'm going away in November. I'm going on holiday in November, so I've got to save up for that. Hence the reason why I've had to do overtime. But it does take its toll. Like today, my energy is not perfect because I've done 56 hours basically ish. So raking it in, LOL. You got to though. You got to fucking graft, mate. Where am I going? I'm going to Croatia, Callum. I'm going to Croatia in November. I'm going to Split in Croatia for 2 weeks. So on the 7th, I think the 7th or 8th of November. Yeah, it'd be nice, mate. And I'm going to create some content while I'm there as well. I'm going to do some walk. I'm going to walk around the city, walk around the surrounding areas, and create some content there as well, which I think will be good. Something different. What do you do, Callum? Do you go to uni? Do you go to college? You work? Or are you looking for things? I don't know. You don't have to answer this, by the way. I thought I'd just bring up the conversation. So what else has been on my... I'll keep talking, of course. So what's been on my mind? Callum saying, get a Croatian wife. LOL, yeah. You work in a box making factory. Oh, cool. You've got work though, at least. That's good. I've worked in factories. I've worked in distribution before when I was younger. Worked on building sites, worked in bars. It's good to, at least you've got work, Callum. It's good. Is it okay? Is the job okay? Are the people okay? Is the question. Do you like the job? Is the money okay? EEJJ. Where am I from? I am from Lancashire, which is basically, I live about 30 miles away from Manchester, basically. EEJJ. Good of you to join us, by the way. My name's Brad, and this is my channel, Inspirational Ambivert, as you can see. And this is just my live vlog. And I've been talking, what have I been talking? I've been talking about shadow work, but now I'm going a bit lighter now. I'm going with the chat a bit more, I'm chilling out now, man. Sunday reflections, I'll call it, just chilling, going with the flow. I'm going to be responding to the comments. Where are you from, EEJJ, is the question. Sandra's saying, sorry guys, I'm just cleaning up after my breakfast. Sandra, you don't have to apologise. You've got to live your life, man. Enjoy. I hope you have a nice breakfast. Callum saying, job, yes. People, hell no. Oh, they're full of... Yeah. So the job's okay. I feel, yeah. And it's just people. Hell is other people sometimes, Callum. As I'm sure you know, hell is fucking other people that are a fucking pain in the arse. Ego-driven turds sometimes. Sandra's saying, Callum, that's always the case. I love the job, but dislike the people sometimes. LOL. Absolutely. EEJJ saying he's from New Zealand. Oh, cool. How's life in New Zealand? Whereabouts in New Zealand? And what's it like living in New Zealand? EEJJ is the question. EEJJ saying people are the worst sometimes. They're fucking right. I agree. Absolutely. Sometimes they just are. Yeah. You can feel the energy of people as well. Sorry about the noise in the background. And you can feel the energy of people as well. Sometimes people are warm and they're good to be around. They give you energy, and some people are like drains. EJJ saying, I'm good, thank you. I'm from Rotorua. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, because I've never heard that. I've never heard of that place before. EJJ. So forgive my ignorance. Rotorua, sorry, from Rotorua. It's nice here, expensive but nice. Good for you. And yeah, what do you do? What do you do over there, EEJJ? Sorry, I don't know that much about New Zealand. I know that it's meant to be a nice place to live. I know that they're very good at rugby union. They're not as good as it used to be, though. Rota Rush. Sorry, you're trying to help me. Thanks, EEJJ. Roturia. Sorry, forgive my crappy pronunciation of the place where you live. Sorry, Roturia. I'm trying to say it the best I can. Thanks for trying to help me with that. I'll just go quiet for a moment. It's all good. Collective consciousness, really, that we're going with today. Nice and chilled. Sanders correcting me as well. Thanks, guys, because I don't mind that. I don't. Some people get really offended when you correct them when they make a mistake. They take it really personally. I don't. I think thanks for pointing it out, man. We all make mistakes. Rotorua, Brad, LOL. Rotorua? And if I keep getting it wrong again, I'm probably going to give up because I'm just butchering the language there. EEJJ saying, I'm a school teacher. Oh, amazing. We have beautiful lakes here. Thanks for trying to say it. Yeah, no worries, EEJJ. I probably failed that one badly. I apologise for my poor pronunciation there. So you're a school teacher, is he? What ages is it, and what subjects do you teach, EEJJ? I was going to be, I'm a nurse, by the way, EEJJ. I work as a scrub nurse. But before that, I work in theatres at a hospital, let's say. I was going to be, I was thinking about being a school teacher because I used to work with special needs kids, autistic kids, challenging behaviour. I used to work as a teaching assistant, and I did it for how many years? 6, 7 years I did that, or maybe even more, sorry. And I was thinking about being a school teacher, but I didn't want to take the work home with me because they think, oh, school teachers, they get really good hours and good holidays. But there is some truth to that. But however, they have to do lesson plans, as I'm sure you're aware, and they have to do mark people's work. So you might get good holidays, but you have to take the work home. If I think a lot of teachers take the work home, and I didn't want to do that, so I chose nursing instead. But respect. But it's not an easy job, that, being a school teacher. No, not an easy job. Plus, you've got to deal with the families and the parents sometimes as well. And I think a lot of the time, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's all about, some parents will be bad parents. So therefore, they will teach the children will pick up on that. They'll get bad habits. They'll have challenging behaviour, the children, for example. And then they'll bring that into the school. The teacher will then obviously have to deal with the challenging behaviour from the child. And then the parents will blame the teacher for their child being misbehaving instead of blaming themselves. I think that happens a lot, especially in England. Have you experienced that, EEJJ? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've got you'll know a lot more than I do about that type of thing. And also, on another note, I think, my opinion anyway, is doesn't matter what you do as a job. I think it's just do something. Do something. It's good to do something. It's good to, I think it's good to work. Not too much though. I'm contradicting myself because I've done 6 days this week. But anyway, let's keep talking. Anyway. Santa saying, how do you deal with arseholes, EEJJ? LOL. EEJJ said, he said it's okay, it's a funny name. You said it perfectly. Oh, thanks, EEJJ. Tanner, hi Tanner, how are you? Good to have you with us again. I'm all right. I'm a bit tired, Tanner. Sorry, man. I'm a bit tired, but I'm good. Life's good. I'm here. I'm just chatting to you guys, which is positive, and I'm going with the flow now with the conversation. So how are you, Tanner, as well, is the question. Hope you're okay. Hope life's good for you, or as good as can be. Sander says hi to Tanner too. EEJJ says, Sander, it takes a lot of patience. Oh, I bet it does. EEJJ says, very cool. Sander says, yep, and sometimes I don't have any. What patience? No, depends on how you feel. Sander's laughing. EEJJ then says, well, that's cool. Me too, Sander. EEJJ then says, LOL. I'm going through all the comments. Tanner saying, scrub nurse takes place in operations, right? Yes, correct, Tanner. Yes, basically, I'm a nurse. I'm a qualified nurse. I hated the fucking wards. It was so, no, not for me, man. I could do it, but I didn't want to do that. And I wanted to become specialised. And luckily at the time, I've been qualified 4 years. I've been doing this scrub nurse for 4 years. I just work in theatres with instruments. So I help. It's like I do a variety of things. I do plastic surgeries. I do scrub for, should I say. I do urology. I do neurospines, orthopedic spines, orthopedic hands, orthopedic feet, hips and knees, which is orthopedics as well. I cover quite a lot of different specialities. I'm going on about myself here, bigging myself up here, but I'm very good at what I do. I'm very experienced at what I do. And I enjoy what I do. And you're helping to fix people, which is positive. Not every day is great, though, let's be honest. It can be very challenging. Very, very, trust me, it can be very challenging. It's not always easy. Not easy. And you think, some people think, all you do is pass instruments to the surgeon. True, you do pass instruments to the surgeon, but it can be really stressful. There can be so many instruments as well, and they're very specialised how you actually put them all together. It's not easy. Not always easy. It can be very stressful as well. And there can be complications with the patients, of course. A lot of patients you get are very unhealthy. But anyway, yeah, that's enough of that. So yeah, Tanner, that takes place in operations, yeah. EJJ saying nursing's hard work too. Absolutely, EJJ, it can be. It can be really, really difficult. Especially, it's very undervalued. I think teachers are undervalued as well. We value football stars and actors and singers who are very talented people, don't get me wrong. Absolutely love talented people, but society values them much more than a teacher or a nurse or other people. Anyway, I have a lot of respect for anyone that does anything. I have so much respect for anyone that does anything. I have so much respect for anyone. They could work as a bin man. They could work in McDonald's. They could work anywhere. I respect that. I respect people that, without those people, they're the backbone of society. Without people working and doing things, the society would just break down and be nothing. Frontline workers, let's say. If we took all footballers, let's say footballers, soccer, we'll go with footballers, whatever, football. If we took all footballers out of the world would just keep going as it is. If we took all the singers out of the world, obviously they bring light and positivity, songs do, of course. I think this world would still function. If we didn't have actors in the world, everything would still function. So I think the most important people are the people that do the everyday things. But we still put Ronaldo as a god. People treat them like gods, don't they? Put them on a pedestal, and they get paid so much money, and the values in society are very, very twisted, in my opinion. It's not balanced as it should be. So I'm saying nursing is difficult for sure. Yeah, it can be really difficult. It can be really difficult. EEJJ saying, are you a nurse too, Sander? Callum saying, sorry, got to go, guys. Take care. Thank you for being with us today, Callum. I hope you're okay. If anyone wants me to talk about other things, then just leave it on the... If you've subscribed, thank you. If you have subscribed, I really appreciate you all. If you have subscribed, please, if you want me to bring up any other topics, then just write on the community post and I'll look into it. EEJJ says, very true, mate. It's very accurate. Accurate, should I say. Sandra's saying, bye, Callum. Have a good day. Yes, absolutely. It's very kind of you to say, Sandra. EJ saying, you have one life. Yeah, you fucking do. You fucking do, and it goes quick. Even if you make it to 80. A lot of people don't make it to 80. Tomorrow's not promised to anyone. You have one fucking life. Make the best of it. As I know it's hard, but make the fucking best of it. Absolutely. Tanner saying, doing something we enjoy matters. Yeah, it does. And sometimes you don't always find that or get that. It's hard sometimes, Tanner. Sometimes the demographics, the place where you live, the environment, the opportunities that are around you, you might not always be able to get that, Tanner. Not everyone achieves that for a variety of reasons, but ideally, yes. Find some joy in what you're doing. Absolutely, Tanner, if possible. EEJJ saying, you might as well be happy. Yeah, content. And that could come through appreciation, amongst other things. EEJ saying, I better shoot. Nice chatting to you, mate. Thank you, EEJJ. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for being with us today, and enjoy the rest of your day. I don't know what time it is in New Zealand. Obviously, much different time to what it is in England at the moment. Right. a little sip of water. I'm having a little rest, guys, for anyone that's still here. I'm going to refer to my notes. What have I got here? Prompts. Let me just put this. One word to sum up your week. I've gone quiet, guys, for a moment. Let me just take that away. It's all good. I put free flowing community chat. There we go. It's all good. Free flowing community chat. I'm going to be 1 minute, guys. I just need a little break. The live's still going to carry on. I'll be literally 2 minutes. And then I'm going to come back. Just one moment, sorry. Need to do something. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Needs must, for example. Let's have a look. Okay. Back again. Sometimes on here, I'm just going to go quiet, man. It's all good. Take the pressure away. Yeah. Take the pressure away. It's all, yeah, it's a little quiet in here today. Yeah, it is, Sandy. It's all good, man. It's all good. I didn't want to go too deep today, Sander. I've done a little bit of talking on shadow work, which is probably deep, of course, but I think I've had a busy week. So this is not woe is me. I've just had a very busy week. My energy is not 100%, which is fine. Ebbs and flows. Maybe it's a sign of getting older as well. I'm 42, nearly 40, 43 in a few weeks. A few weeks' time, I'm going to be 43. So time flies. And it's a little bit quiet in here today. Yeah, it is. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm taking the pressure away. And I think the topic I've gone with is very specific kind of thing. So maybe it's not as attractive to other people, which is fine. That's how it goes in here. That's how it goes. But I've turned up. That's the main thing. And as soon as the chat starts to develop, I'll go with that. If it goes anywhere, it might not go anywhere. Yeah. And sometimes it's like I say, sometimes I don't know, struggle to speak for so long as well. It's all good. But I'm gonna see this through. It's also let's go with it. Right. Okay. Your best is gonna be different every day. Like my best today isn't my best. This isn't me at my best. It just isn't. But that's okay. This is the best I can be right now. So I've turned up, as I always do. And there might not be anyone watching. There might be no one watching, which I'm used to it, and it's okay. And it's being at peace with that. It's being at peace with that and being okay with that. It's all right. Your best is going to be different every day, man. But you fucking I keep turning up. I'm very determined. I keep turning up. Sometimes a few people watch me. Some people, no one's fucking watching me. But I'm not going to allow, my consciousness is thinking, I'm not going to, the likes or the comments or whatever, if it's quiet, it's quiet. I'm not going to let that determine how I feel. I have my own, I'm reliant on my own internal validation instead of being reliant on the validation from others. Because if you're reliant on the validation from others, you're going to be at the mercy of their wants and their whims. And that can change, can't it? 1 minute you're fucking top of the world. Everyone's praising you. They're telling you how amazing you are. You're the king or whatever, the queen, whatever the fuck you are. And then the next day you're a piece of shit, potentially. You're not so thingy, but you've got to just do that. Basically, the world is full of approval junkies. I'll say it again. The world is full of approval junkies. And we all like a bit of approval. It's nice. It's nice when people say nice things to us. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's great. But the true validation comes from within. Comes from fucking within. And it's also being kind to yourself. Like, now I'm not at my best, man. I've worked loads of hours, but I'm turned up on the Sunday. I've picked a really light, vague topic. I'm going with a community chat thing here today. But I don't want to go too deep into things today anyway, if I'm honest. I don't always want to do that because I find it's tiring sometimes. But it's anyway, let's go with what Sandra's saying. Sandra's saying, I love that, Brad. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra's saying, well, very well said. The only validation that matters is our own internal one. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And it's easy to forget. It's easy to forget. Easy to forget. Absolutely. I'm really like, part of me, like, I think to myself, I've only got so much to say. I think to myself, oh, fucking hell. And I've got people that have come on here, and I'm really grateful for anyone that does. And I think to myself, oh no, they'll probably get bored of what I'm saying. I've only got so much to say. I think those things as well. I do. Absolutely. With regards to my channel, I've been going for, how long have I been going for? Since the 30th of December, I began it. I began it on the 30th of December. I've been so consistent. I've been posting several times a week, all year. All throughout the year. I have kept going and going and going. And I just hope, actually, I've just got to trust the process, and it will manifest. Do I want to? God, I don't know what to say, guys. I want it to grow? Yes, of course I do. I do. Do I want to become monetized? Of course I do. It's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point. It takes a long time. This is not an easy game. A lot of people quit this kind of thing, but I won't do. I'll keep going. And I'm just going to be quiet for a while. Absolutely. I'm going to find some of my notes and I'm going to go with that in a moment. Let me go back. Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the topic. Why grit matters. So let's keep going, man. I am going to refocus. I'm going to recenter. I'm going to keep going. I am speaking to myself here. Have I been here before? I fucking might have been here before. Been here loads of times. I'm going to talk about grit. I'm going to talk about grit because that's what you need in life. You need grit. I'm going to talk about the characteristics of grit. If anyone wants to comment, I'll respond to those things. It's an open chat, of course, but I'm going to keep speaking. I'm going to keep going. So I'm referring to my notes, of course. So what is grit? What is it? What the fuck is grit? The grit is a combination of passion and perseverance. So it's your passion and perseverance. It's an effort to achieve long-term goals. So this is hard, man. What I'm doing is hard. This is difficult. Anyone that creates content, I'm telling you now, it's fucking hard. People think, oh, I'll just become a content creator and I'll earn loads of money and I'm going to be fine. It's going to be, oh, I'll make 2 videos on YouTube and loads of people will watch me and I'll be a millionaire. Like, no. A lot of content creators, they don't make it. And a lot of reasons why they don't make it is because they don't have grit. They don't have the perseverance. They don't see it through. They don't keep going. Because there's ups and fucking downs, and they make a few videos, they put a lot of hours into those videos, and then they get really discouraged when no one watches, when no one likes, when no one subscribes. Then they just quit. A lot of people fucking quit, especially this shit. This is hard, mate. Trust me. I used to think, oh, look at them influencers. I'm not saying I'm an influencer because I don't see myself as that. But some people think, oh, look at them influencers. They don't have to work. They've got it easy. They make loads of money. Like, there's very, very few people that actually make it. There's very, very fucking few. Consistency. Maggot. Hi, Maggot. How are you? Good to have you with us. Oh, hi, Maggot. Consistency, yeah. And it's fucking going when no one's watching, when no one's honestly, God, like, I've spoke on here so many times, like, I'm on my fucking own talking, trying. I'm trying to find a way out of the Maggot. I'm actually trying to find my way out of, I'm trying to fight and crawl. Literally crawling my way out of that work. Do you like work world? That work, being a wage slave. I'm trying to crawl my way out of being a wage slave. I am actually crawling my way out of being a wage slave, believe it or not. And it's a long journey. It's not an easy journey, and that's what my aim is. If I'm honest, eventually I will. It sounds, if I remember correctly, Maggot, you live out in the sticks, basically. You live away from people, and it sounds like you've escaped a lot of that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Sander says hi to Maggot. Maggot says hi. Hey, Sander. Sander's asking how Maggot is, and Maggot says, good, thank you, Sander. Lovely. Great. Sorry, I'm going to keep trying to talk. So, yeah. It's a marathon, not a fucking sprint, this life, man. And it will all determine whether you succeed or not. Nothing's fucking easy. It just isn't. A lot of people give up. A lot of people don't even turn up. So, referring to my notes about grit, why grit matters. Right, so courage. Courage. You can't measure courage, referring to my notes, of course, but it is directly linked to your level of grit. It's directly linked to your level of grit. So it's the ability to manage fear or failure. Sorry, Maggot's saying, I saw it all changing. I could see housing slipping away from me. What do you mean, Maggot? Sorry, can you try and elaborate on that? You saw it all changing, but you could see the housing slipping away from me. Sorry, yeah, please elaborate if you can. So I'm trying to understand more of what you're saying. Forgive me if I'm misinterpreting what you're saying. So yeah, you can measure courage, but it is directly linked to your level of grit. Courage is linked to your level of grit, ability to manage fear of failure, like ability to, like the fear of fucking up, the fear of not doing well, the fear of being judged, the fear of being, judged is a big one, isn't it? Being able to afford a home, Maggot, yeah. Oh my God. Welcome to That's My World, mate. Yep. It's really hard to get onto, it's really hard to buy a house, man. I'd love to own a house. It'd be great. But I don't, if I'm honest. Maybe that's what I want to achieve at some point. Just a bit of I want financial freedom, financial security, like anybody does. And I'm working towards that. That's what I'm working towards. But trying to do it in a genuine, natural way as well. It's hard though, Maggot, out there, of course. I think it's got more difficult in recent times. It's not just, obviously you're from Australia. I think it's worldwide that in a lot of countries. I think it's getting more challenging. I think it's going to get harder as well. That's where you're going to need fucking grit. Why does grit matter? You're going to need it to get through the harder times. So it's the ability to manage fear or failure. The person with grit is okay with falling down. The person with grit is okay with going, do you know what? I've turned up. No one's watched me. No one's liked me. No one gives a fuck. But they keep going anyway. That's grit. It's the ability to embrace what's it called? The mistakes that you're going to make. The ability to go to learn from the mistakes. Some people will say we've never had it easier. Go figure. If you compare it, Sander, to like maybe let's say the year 1900, long time ago. People lived till they were like 30. Life expectancy was shit, and you were dead at 30 if you were lucky. You were gone. You were done. There was no healthcare system or anything. It was bad. You'd probably work in a mill or whatever it is in England, and it was absolute shit. So if you compare it to then, life's probably better. Life today, you could argue, is a lot better then. But I think it's going downhill. It's going downhill. So I think things were potentially easier in the 90s and 80s, maybe. I think there were challenges then, don't get me wrong. Was it nicer time? I think so. So Maggot's saying, I watched concrete sales, then concrete sales drops. That means the economy was dropping. Yeah, less people are building, using the materials. Yeah, absolutely. Is that what's occurring right now in Australia then, Maggot? I'll keep going on with the grit thing. So courage is just embracing the mistakes and growing through those mistakes, going through those hard times. That's where you get the valuable lessons through the failures, through things not going as well as you wanted them to. And I suppose it's like the vulnerability of perseverance with regards to that, which I'm on about. So why does grit matter? I'm going to keep going, though. I'm going to keep speaking. So the greatest test, I'm referring to my notes, of course, guys. These are notes from I've done a long time ago. The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear defeat without losing heart. I'll say that again. The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear defeat without losing heart. Like, I've dropped the ball. Things haven't worked out. For whatever it is you're going for, it's fucked up. You fucked up, basically. You tried your best, but it's not fucking worked out. But it's not losing heart. Going, do you know what? I'm going again tomorrow. Today's been shit. Let's say that. Today's been fucking shit. I've tried my best. I've turned up, but it's not been great. It's not been fucking great. But it's like, some people just give up. Think, fuck it, I'm not going to do that again. That's really hard, that. I give up now. And then they never achieve anything. They're thinking, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to go again. And even tomorrow's not promised to anyone, is it? Of course it's not. And tomorrow you might fuck up again. But so don't lose heart. Keep going. See, it's not easy. Not fucking easy. Just keep going. That's one of the strengths of humanity, is that perseverance. That's why humanity's done so well collectively, let's say. Not every human, of course, because some people aren't so strong. But I think you need it in this life. You need to be strong. You need to have grit. I think that grit, you could get some people that are naturally gifted sports people. Some people have got a really fucking high IQ. They're just smart as fuck. I remember going to university, right? And I went to school. I got bad grades when I was at school. I was shit at maths. I was an idiot when I was younger. I used to smoke weed as well. When I was doing my exams, I was getting stoned before I go to the exam. So my exam results were really bad. And I carried them on through my career, let's say. And but eventually I went to university. So I had to do maths again, I had to do English again, I had to do foundation courses just to get into university. I remember being at university and it felt like those people were ahead of me and they were smarter than me. And they were smarter than me. And long story short, but I worked really fucking hard. I worked so fucking hard at university to get my grades up. And I remember just about passing things to begin with. Just about fucking clinging on. I was clinging on. I was putting loads of hours in. And then other people would put much less work in, but they'd be getting higher marks than me. I thought, this is not fair. But anyway, long story short, my grades were bad going up to it. I wasn't good at English. I wasn't good at maths, but I got good at these things through perseverance. I ended up with a first class honours, basically. I got the highest mark you could get in the degree I did. I got the highest, but it wasn't because I was the smartest. It wasn't because I was the best. It was because I fucking had perseverance, because of grit. Anyway, I'm going on, but there you go. And that's how you succeed. That's how you keep going. That's what's fueling me through this conversation right now. It is. Anyway, let's keep going. So, grit has 5 key characteristics. Courage to overcome fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway, which is a book. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Then conscientiousness, specifically achievement orientated. Long-term goal and endurance. Resilience to bounce back from setbacks. Things aren't always going to work out, are they? Things are going to fuck up at some point. And focus on excellence rather than perfection. Yep, absolutely. I'm just going to have a little sip of water, a little rest. So it's a combination. Sorry, I'm not doing the best I can. I'm not doing the best today. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just speaking to myself there, of course. So when you have the courage to overcome the fear of failure, you're going to persevere it even when failure is possible. Even when it's possible, you're going to keep going. Another one is you're not afraid to take risks. I'm taking a risk here by speaking in front of the camera. I'm exposing myself big time there. Big fucking time. I'm sharing things that that are very personal to me sometimes. I'm sharing those things sometimes. I'm exposing myself. I'm speaking in front of here. You get fucking trolls as well. People are going to put you down. You're exposing yourself, but you're not afraid to take those risks. Also, as we speak, I'm embracing the learning process. Not everything that I talk about is going to be interesting. Not everything that I talk about is going to be people are going to engage with. That's how it goes. And then you're going to be viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. So when I do the lives, sometimes you get loads of views. Well, for me, I do sometimes, and I think, oh wow, I've got loads of views, got loads of subscribers today. That's really good. And then other times you don't get so many. You don't get so many people watching you. You don't get so many people commenting. You don't get so many people just not on there at all. In relation to what I'm saying is, you've got a view that sometimes you get setbacks, man, in life as well. But you've just got to look at them as opportunities for growth, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll move on in a moment. I think that's an ambulance in the background. So conscientiousness, achievement orientated. So the desire to achieve shows grit. The desire to do well shows grit. The desire, I want to do well. I want to create something. I want to make something positive. I want to start something. A lot of people don't even start anything. They don't do fuck all. And then they complain about the situation they're in. Grit, you need grit, man. You really do need grit in life. And it just requires, I know it sounds obvious, but you need to be disciplined, of course. I'm not coming out with new concepts here. Not at all. Not at all. But we forget these things. But you've got to remain focused. Keep fucking going. Keep going. I'm going quiet for a moment. Talking the best I can. Some people have the natural gift of the gab as well. They have the natural ability to just keep talking and talking. I don't. Hence the name of my channel, Inspirational Ambivert, of course. Ambivert meaning I'm introverted as well. So I'm quiet, believe it or not. I like to be quiet sometimes. I'm not always the one speaking in a group setting. But obviously today I've got to keep going. So long-term goals and endurance. Referring to my notes, of course. So grit is linked with pursuing long-term goals, of course. It's sustaining effort and commitment over extended periods. Like turning up today has not been easy for me. Turning up today has not been easy at all. It's not, because I'm burnt out. I've worked all week. Blah, blah, blah. Keep talking. And even when progress is slow or challenges arise. So today feels like that for me personally. Like my challenges of today is that I don't have, my energy's not great. I don't know. Yeah, the flow's not perfect. It's not going to be, is it? It's not going to be. But I turn up anyway, even though the progress is slow. I'm having a little rest, having a moment. And do you know what I think I need to do? I'm going to stop with that for now. Thanks for anyone that's watching, that's bearing with me. Doing my best, guys. That's all I can do. I'm going to do some meditating in a moment. I need to meditate right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some meditation on in the background. I'm going to be quiet for a moment. And I'm going to do my breathing while I do it. If you want to add any comments in, let me just adapt that, sorry. There we go. I'm going to do a meditation. I was going to find one more moment. So I'm going to have meditation music on in the background, and I'm going to do some breathing. I'm going to relax. I'm going to be doing some, I'm going to be doing some breathing, guys. I'm going to be doing a meditation in a moment. I'll have the background music on, and you'll be able to hear it, of course. I'll take this off. I'm just going with the flow today, guys. Doing the best I can. Hope you can hear that.
90% of trading.
Hi. Oh, one moment, guys. Sorry. Oh God, sorry. I was just doing some meditation there and breathing. Sorry, my energy's not been great today, and I've been struggling to communicate really well. So I just decided to chuck a random meditation in then, just to try and refocus a little bit. I'll need to switch that mind off. Let me go to the comments, guys. Sorry, I'm just coming away from that meditation and breathing that I've just been doing. Let's have a look. So Sandra said, this is so soothing. Yes, the relaxing music. Sometimes you need to switch off and relax, recenter ourselves. I need to do this more often. I think I needed that. I just shut that into the live today because I just didn't feel like I needed to do it. So I did it. I went with the flow, as they say. I'll just go back, take that away now. Thinking nothing, Maggie, absolutely. Just thinking nothing sometimes. Switch that thought chatter off. It's just constantly on the go all the time. We're constantly doing and thinking, and it's a lot of energy, isn't it? It's good to switch that mind off for a while, just calm that internal chatter down, to be peaceful, to be at one with nature and all that kind of thing. Maggot then said, feel the air come into the lungs. Absolutely. Just concentrating on the breathing with regards to the meditation that I've been doing. Very well said, Maggot. Maggot then says, I was taught to practice peripheral vision, and that stops any thought. It gives the mind some peace. Very wise. Thank you, Maggot, for sharing that. Yeah, absolutely. Just obviously I was just doing a meditation then, and my thought, I was in and out of the meditation, let's be honest, because my thoughts are still there. When you're doing the meditation, your thoughts are still going to be there sometimes, and that's okay, but you just keep going with it and try and find some peace and some calm. Yeah, take that pressure away and be still. It's such a good thing to do. We need to do this more often as humans, I think, as people. I do too. I do anyway. Hi, hello, Scottish Morale Laddie. Hello, how are you, Scottish Morale Laddie? Good to have you with us again. I hope that you're okay. I hope that you're okay. Yeah. How's life? How are you doing? Is the question. Ashley, hi Ashley. How are you, Ashley? Hi back to you. How are you? How's life today? How's your Sunday going? I'll wait for you guys to respond. I'll just put open chat on here. I've just done a relaxed kind of vlog today. I apologise to anybody. I'm sorry if I've not been the best at speaking today. I'm sorry if I've not been the best at speaking today. I'm sorry if my energy's been a little bit off. I've not been at my best. I'm sorry, but tomorrow's another day, as they say. Scottish Morale saying, love is good. Life is good. You've gone swimming. Oh, nice. What kind of swimming do you do? Do you breaststroke? Do you do front crawl? Do you do backstroke? What type of swimming have you done? Have you gone to a swimming pool, or have you gone to open water swimming? God, I used to be, on that note, Scottish Morale, I used to be rubbish at swimming at one point. I could do the breaststroke, but I used to do triathlons, right? I started doing, this is about 10 years ago, I used to do triathlons at one point in my life. I don't do them anymore. And I remember not being very good at swimming. I could swim, but really slowly. And then I used to have swimming lessons. I could swim, but I got swimming lessons because I could do the front crawl. I used to be in a swimming club as well. I got good at it though. I got good at front crawl, but I've not done it for a while. Do you know what? You've reminded me something there. It's nice. It's good. Swimming's really good for you. Really, really good for you. Sometimes it's just nice to go slowly as well. Just doing lens slowly, breaststroke, and just relax as you do it, like a gentle, low-impacting exercise. Are you good? The question is, are you good at? How good are you at swimming? What kind of swimming do you do, Scottish Morale Laddie? Is the question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I just thought I'd ask you that. I'm just going with an open chat just for the last few minutes before I close, obviously, before I end the live vlog. Thank you to anyone that's subscribed, by the way. Just a little, this is my Inspirational Ambivert code. That's my channel, Inspirational Ambivert. Obviously, my name's Brad, if you don't know. I try to create positive content about self-reflection, self-improvement, that type of thing. Cover a wide range of topics because I like to keep it mixed up. I like to keep it interesting. I like to communicate things genuinely, of course. I really appreciate anyone that's subscribed. I really do. So thank you to anyone that's subscribed. If you want to see more content like this, then please just subscribe and click that notification button, and you'll be notified of when my next lives are out, of course. Mainly I do lives. I do some edited videos as well. Scottish Morale Lad is saying, I do any kind of swimming. I'm good at it. So you do a variety of things. Good for you. You must enjoy that. It's good, great for you as well, man. Good to move the body, of course. Do you know what? You might even give me an idea there, Scottish Morale Lad, because I'm going to go to the gym later on today, and I might just go for a swim. Actually, that'll do me the world of good. That might just do me the world of good. So thanks for believe me or not, you've just helped me there. You've helped me. You've reminded me of something. I've not got much else to say today, guys. I don't want to just speak for the sake of it. I like to say things that mean things most of the time. I like to make sense as much as I can. Yeah, I do. I don't want to just talk for the sake of it, which is probably what I'm doing now. It's all good though. What time is it now? I've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes, haven't I? So I'll go for a few more minutes. I'll see if the chat goes anywhere else, and then I'll call it a day, man. If anyone wants me to come up with any other videos, any lives, let me know in the community chat, and I'll come up with some other things. I think this has been a bit of a chilled one today. It's definitely been a chilled one, but that's all good. It's all part of the process. Do you do any other type of exercise, is the question, Scottish Morale Lad? Do you go to the gym? Do you do any classes? Or is it just the swimming that you do? Guys, I think I'm going to end the live. I've nothing else to say. I hope you can all join me again at some point. Sorry, this has not been my best live. It hasn't been my best live at all, if I'm completely honest with myself. It really hasn't. Maybe I need to recenter and refocus and try something else another time. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. We'll try and manifest that. So Scottish Morale Lad is saying, I do squats before bed sometimes. Squats are really good, absolutely. Burpees are tough, man. Burpees are great. They're really hard. Squats are good, man. Strong legs, strong base, basically. Absolutely. Sorry, Scottish Morale Lad. You caught me at the end of my live. No, I'm going to go. I need to go. I've got things to do. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you're all okay. Please look after yourselves. Remember, life is full of ups and downs. It really is. It really is. But keep going. Don't give up. Try and be as kind as you can to people, but don't take any shit, of course. That's my motto anyway. But I'm going to call it a day. Thanks, Margaret, for joining me today. Sorry, I've not been at my best, mate. I haven't. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for staying with me. Bye. Have a good day. Good day to you guys as well. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon. So, thank you for your time. Keep looking after each other, and goodbye. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Maggot.